What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here for another video. My name is Josh and I'm just your average Joe day trader. Hey, in this video, really quick, I just wanted to give you an update about BigBear.ai, BBAI. I've had several people asking for updates. I'd actually had just been doing some research about BBAI because I know people start to lose interest in companies that don't have a lot of movement, but I'm here to tell you, not financial advice, not recommending you buy it, sell it, hold it, do anything with it. But in my opinion, it's a hold and a buy opportunity, and we're waiting to see what's going to happen. Let me share a little bit more with you about BBAI and what's going on today. I am still bullish on BBAI, even though a lot of people think I'm absolutely crazy and think that that is insane. BBAI is holding. Listen, it's holding at, a price that I'm comfortable with to know it's not going to drop hard. It's not, unless something absolutely crazy happens, BBAI is not going anywhere. I shared in a video the other day about how people are saying you're crazy if you think BBAI is the next Palantir. I get that. I understand where you're coming from, but let me share a few things with you that I think might help change your mind if you are in that mindset, or at least give you some meat and potatoes to chew on and kind of come up to your own decision or your own understanding of what's happening with BBAI. So we all know BBAI's second quarter 2025 earnings was a disaster. It flopped. I mean, literally, it had a lot of really good potential, and then it crashed in at earnings, and not really crashed, but it significantly reduced. It dropped significantly to where people are looking at it going like, BBAI is dead. Nobody's going to trade BBAI anymore. Okay, well, BBAI has been doing a great job getting back up into the high $5-6 range, continuing to pump. And if it hadn't been for certain events in the market, S&P 500 related events causing the entire market to shift down, I personally believe BBAI would already be up closer to $7 or pushing past that $7 range. And so it's going to get there one day, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. Take it for what it's worth. One thing I want to share with you, okay? I did some digging into BBAI to understand a little bit deeper, and this is probably a little bit more technical than what I think you as my subscribers like to hear. You like to hear more of the opinion side and give you the meat. I'm going to give you a little bit of some of the background of what's going on with BBAI. First of all, since this quarter 2025 earnings release happened on August 11th, BigBear.ai has actually recorded a record cash balance of $390.8 million, okay, as of June 30th, 2025. And this is fueling BBAI's potential to make significant investments, both organically and through acquisitions. And you have to know there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that involve BBAI, involve Palantir, involve the US government, okay? So not everything is public, not everything is out there, but it's important to always remember they are still very heavy cash confident, okay? Also, right now you could say, and one would disagree, but they have this massive government investment tailwind. Management highlighted the impact of this one big, beautiful bill in their actual earnings conference call, which includes over $170 billion in supplemental funding for the Department of Homeland Security and $150 billion for the Department of Defense. So as a mission-ready AI company, which is exactly what BigBear.ai is, BBAI, as a mission-ready AI provider focused on national and border security, BBAI sees itself squarely positioned to benefit from these transformative investments. They are already, and if you haven't watched my BBAI video where I talk about the CEO, Kevin, and I talk about how he's former government, he's former Department of Homeland Security, okay, he's already lives and breathes within that government world, okay? BBAI is just a part of the government, basically, because Pangiam, the company that Kevin was the CEO for, then sold as and acquired by BBAI. Well, now BBAI is using all their resources, their technology at airports, the Panama Canal. There's so much going on with BBAI. I'm not even sure that this update is going to be the best update because I'm telling you a lot of what Ori is saying, but sharing with you as a reminder of why I'm still bullish on BBAI. Also, think about this. They have these strategic global partnerships, okay? Beyond the US's focus, BBI is expanding internationally. This quarter, they signed a strategic partnership in the UAE, okay? The Emirates, the Arabic Emirates, under the IHC umbrella, which is marking the beginning of BBAI's global expansion and demonstrating demand for BBAI's capabilities abroad. Not many other companies are getting the invite, right, to basically be part of what's happening in Saudi Arabia. Okay, and this is United Arab Emirates, right? They don't make decisions lightly or small decisions. All right, the UAE is becoming the global hub for AI, defense tech, and digital transformation. And that's why Big Bear AI, that's why BBAI is expanding there. All right. So there's heavy AI investments in the UAE. The Minister of Artificial Intelligence and the National AI Strategy 2031 is aimed at making the country the world leader in AI. And they've invited Big Bear to be a part of this transformation. Okay, they're pouring billions of dollars into this AI driven defense and logistics and smart city tech in all areas where BBAI specializes. Okay, now defense and security focus, the UAE is one of the biggest military spenders in the Middle East. All right, and with BBAI's capabilities in surveillance, data analysis, and this mission readiness, they are a perfect fit for what the UAE's national security priorities are. Okay. And I could go on and on and on about just the UAE's readiness with BBAI. They're bridging between the East and the West, which gives the Big Bear AI access to new international defense and government contracts. It's helping them diversify beyond the U.S. Department of Defense into the Global Defense Partnership Program. You have to understand that there are some bigger, larger players, some other countries now looking at BBI, seeing what they're doing with UAE. And the UAE's international holding company, that IHC, is a massive conglomerate backing BBI and its entry. So a ton going on there just in that world alone. But let me give you a couple other financial understandings for BBAI. So despite all the mixed Q2 results, there's a lot of analysts that still remain very confident. Now, I will tell you, you cannot always believe the analysts. You can't believe everything the analysts have to say, but there's a lot of strength in the analysts and what they're saying. And HC Wainwright and Company reaffirmed their buy rating, okay? And this was as of August 12th, the day after the earnings report, with this price target of $8. So even though they're sitting in this $5 to $6 range, that price target is still to get them to $8. And hopefully, based on what we're seeing, to move beyond the $8 based on their growth. Now, Cantor Fitzgerald did issue this overweight rating, okay, back in March, and they have them at a target of $6. But the median analyst target still stands at $7. We're not at $7 yet. So that strongly suggests that there's still meaningful upside from the current levels for Big Bear AI. Even with this horrible performance, and I keep saying it because I want everybody to understand, I'm not a blue skies rainbow viewpoint. I'm looking at it from the worst case standpoint. And even with their volatility and the stock issue of their earnings, okay, they still are up about 38% year to date. They declined 13% post Q2 earnings. Absolutely. But you have to understand that over the past 3 months, the stock has surged approximately 90.5%, which still indicates that strong bullish interest over a slightly longer time frame. So you ask me, why do I believe BBAI is still bullish for me? Okay, let me give you the highlights. $390.8 million cash reserve. It gives them a powerful runway, $320 billion in defense and security funding from recent legislation, which places them in that prime position, okay? This new international footprint with the UAE, that in itself should tell a whole story. And the analyst ratings really are saying anywhere from $7 to $8. So that's BBAI. That's my update for BBAI. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I thank you all for being here. I'm looking forward to another day tomorrow where we could potentially have a green day and have it turn and run up. Can't wait to see what the market does tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. when it opens and when the bell rings at 9:30. Josh out. Peace.